Alright, in this video, I want to show you my February 11th plan I posted for the SPY. Okay, now when I posted this plan, you can see that I posted it on February the 11th. Okay, and when I posted this plan, I talked about this market was going to go higher, but I had to confirm. Okay, now at this time I posted this plan February 11th. I'm pretty sure most of you will agree that most were very bearish this market. And I will prove that by showing what a very well-known trader said on the same day that I posted my plan. But before we do that, let's look at my plan first. And the point here is that most people were bearish here, and that was February 11th. Like I said, I showed it, and I said that bear trap action confusing 90% of the traders and trapping many shorts before the great lemon squeeze. Okay. SPY, a break above 184 would be a good start and a good place to go long. A strong confirmation would be a break above 187 for a serious squeeze towards 198 to 203. Now, and here's the March calls. Now, we know what happened. Since February 11th, which was the first strong reversal day that the market did not look back anymore, was here. Okay. Now, on February 11th, a bearish plan was posted by Dan Zanger, and this is what he posted February 11th. This chart shows the potential 2,000 point drop setting up on the Dow Jones Industrial, okay, which would knock down most of the market's going to follow with this, right? Doesn't really matter. So he's using this, but the point is that this is what you have to understand. I'm circling here. A retest of the lows are cause for some bounce, but this chart shows reason for a 1,500 to 2,000 point drop on the Dow So you see on everything, okay? Dow Jones, Diamond, whatever, okay? So what he's saying was, if this market was to bounce, it's going to really set up to break the hell down lower, okay? Listen to this. A retest of the lows are cause for some bounce, but this chart shows reason for a 1,500 to 2,000 point drop So what he's saying, based on what he looks at, okay, is that this market has a good chance to break down. Of course, it never confirmed his plan. This I agree. But mentally, when you're looking at that and you're posting something like that, you're preparing for a drop. What do you think Dan Zanger would say if the market had dropped? You see, I told you, people, like he always tells people. Okay? That's what he'd be telling you. But because he was wrong and I pointed that out, he blocked me and was angry. Instead of saying, you know what? Man, this guy called this right. No, because they're jealous people, right? They don't want people that are better than you to take he wants to take the spotlight. He's number one. He's the best. He never makes mistakes. This is a massive mistake. If a billionaire was investing, listen to Dan Zanger, you'd be afraid of your mind. He'd be telling, listen, man, give me a call. I think this market's going to drop 2,000 points. You understand my point? All right. Let me close this now. Now, we go back to me. What am I saying here? I'm optimistic with a plan, though. Look, it has to confirm. All my plans have confirmation, but what I was seeing was based on my scans of stocks. And I also talked about that this looked like the same thing back in September 29, 2015. Because look, I study this stuff. I document what I do. I post it on StockTwits to show my analysis skills. They are. And if you were to compare what I said about the market February 11th to Dan Zanger, I'm clearly 10 times better than he is. 10 times better. That's how I feel about it. How can you argue that? Look, he has a lot of experience. He's calling for the market to drop 2,000 points. I'm calling for it to rise. Who was right? And do you want to know something with my other plans? I also called that this market is going to most likely make new highs this year. Do you know what happened? I posted 7 additional plans since here that have all confirmed. The last one being we breaking into new highs, and another one talking about going to SPY 220. But that's another point. Actually, I want to bring that one up. But I just want to make this clear. This is a big deal. Don't look at this as nothing. And they don't want to let you know that. Dan Zanger would rather, you know what his moderators, they said it didn't trigger. You misread it. They're misreading what I'm saying. They're like his robots. They're not seeing what I posted. Did they see what I posted? No. They just assumed I don't know what I'm talking about. But the point is I do, and I'm going to show the truth to people. And it's a big thing because I really take this seriously, right? Dan Zanger doesn't need to take. He's already. If you study, if you look at his, he doesn't take most of his own plans. He just touts it. He doesn't need to. Doesn't need to. He barely takes anything but, and some of the trades that do work don't even work with his volume criteria. But he'll post it. Like, look, it worked. But the ones that don't work, he'll tell you, oh, the volume wasn't high enough. He has plenty of excuses. Trust me. If you got to ask yourself a question here. If you have all these members making all this money, why do you need to be advertising your services after all these years? Why do you need to why? Don't you have enough members? Isn't there enough word of mouth or whatever? They continually need to advertise because a lot of people fail, even with Dan Zanger. He'll tell you this, but he'll blame he makes all these rules to look at. What I do is I post what my plans. They post. They tell you what to look for, what kind of volume. You don't need no Dan Zanger ratio volume thing. You got to know the volume yourself. I do it manually. I look for the volume, what's good action volume, and if it doesn't do it that way, I talk about it's totally different. And so my plans are much clearer and much better, in my opinion, to give you a real direction, because I made it very clear. I said it's a good place to start, but a strong confirmation would be a break above 187 for a serious squeeze, and it's exactly what happened, right? But Dan Zanger would lead you to believe that the market was just going to bounce temporarily, but it was going to, trust me, this is what he's saying back then. But he doesn't want to say that. They want to lie to you people. So I'm telling you the truth and they're showing you. Think about what I'm showing you. So I'm going to press pause here. Don't forget to like the video. Let me show you something here. Back to the... so here's the July 31st. Okay. And this is another plan that triggered. So this is the July 31st. I posted this plan here as a special update. And you want to know what happened? Here I explain it is clear this market favors a test of the 220 area, but it could be choppy instead of smooth. And you want to know what? Since it's confirmed my July 31st plan, I don't want to really, you can go on my stream and really read what I said here, what I posted. But what I wanted to make clear is that plan after plan after plan, the market acts like I'm saying. Because honestly, I studied this very hard. This is one of my special screens. I look at a lot of things, okay? And when I say things, just like I made an Apple plan trade, and I've made 4 option trades for Apple. And if anyone took those option trades, they would make good money. And there were, and I explained it with authority, okay? And that means every plan I make, they have to trigger. There's rules, okay? And if they don't trigger, this is, like I said, I scrolled down my screen, as you can see. This will go up, right? So to show you that thing, I painfully scroll down my stream. This is just another link to go back to my higher points here. Yeah, so there you have it, people. I make videos. I have people, they message me and I view what they say, they talk to me, and I click back and I see people post stuff on their stream and then take a look. But no one really does what I'm doing, which is making plans, like you see over here. So what I suggest people do, if you like this presentation, I'm going to click over here, and you're going to go to Power Trigger Trade, see this video, or again, study my stream. But look to become a follower on Power Plan Trades. You look at this. Always. I have pinned tweet videos. Listen to the instructions, and they'll explain everything what to do. But what I wanted to show was I'm trying to show that on February the 11th, a lot of people were bearish. Were bearish this market, but my plans I had a plan before. Again, the point of showing Dan Zanger was, it wasn't to show that just because he was wrong, but it was to show that not everybody can see. Even the very skilled people really can't see everything, even though they claim to do that. You know, um, and or what I should really say is that he couldn't see it, but I saw it, and I was right in a big way. What he was implying was that the market was going to bounce and then is probably going to crack and confirm his plan and go lower. And what would he have said that day? Let's take February 11th. We didn't go up. We had to make that. We would make the drop. He'd be. But now he can't say that. He all he can say was it didn't trigger. And again, the point was I called the February 11 reversal, and I was correct big time. And instead of saying to me, you know what, you did a great job, he blocked me and said he didn't confirm, and then had some of his moderators tell me, oh, it didn't confirm. So why block me then? Why not answer? Because he knows he's wrong. Thanks for listening. Like the video.